Well, welcome to Lyfebites show where you're being motivated and inspired for your better self. My name is Adi, and you guys know me as Bobby as well. Today I've got a very fantastic, wonderful young man with me, and I would just like him to introduce himself.
My name is Dr Yusuff. I'm the current co-founder of Vacua Limited, and yeah. I think.
Thank you very much.
That's the song.
That's fine. Yeah. First of all, that's a very lovely name. How did you come about that name?
Oh well, my co-founder. So the name Katerina da Silva is my co-founder. So we were just thinking about it, and it just popped up, I guess. So Vacua is like a space, like a void. So it means like. We thought, we're trying to fill a void, a very important void in the UK. So, why not just call us Vacua?
That's good.
We are trying to fill that void.
Yeah, so yeah, that's good. Yeah, so let's dive more into Vacua.
Vacua is a platform mainly for international students. So it's designed for international students and is the first of its kind. It's a product that is specifically for international students. And what we're trying to do with Vacua is to create a platform, where where we can try to solve the challenges of international students. So we have 550,000 international students currently in the UK. Last year it was 670 or something thousand. But so this is a market that needs concentration, and the three main challenges that international students have is accommodation problems, they have financial problems, and they are trying to integrate themselves easily into the UK as well. And so these are the three main challenges that we're trying to offer solutions for. And what we do with the Vacua platform is we provide kind of like the middle ground between landlords and international students. So we make it easy for international students to get accommodation. So in a way that, what we have in the market at the moment with accommodation is that, they group students together and they kind of think that the issues all students have is kind of the same, but it's not. International students have very distinct issues, very different. They are peculiar. So these challenges are peculiar to international students. They don't have credit ratings, they don't have a lot of funds, and they don't have guarantors. And a lot of times, because I've been an international student for almost a decade, right? So a lot of times what you see is that you go on, fill a form, and you spend so much time trying to get an accommodation, and towards the tail end, they tell you, oh, apologies, we need a guarantor, someone that can stand in for you, right? Or they can say credit rating or something like that. But at that point, you're having to start all over again with another application because you don't have those things as an international student. So what we're trying to do is, our platform, we're trying to bring landlords that know that, they have the properties that are student-friendly and available for international students, and then we bring those properties onto the Vacua platform. So any international student going on the platform, they know, we've already filtered, all those challenges for them. For properties. So any property they apply for, they know that they are ready to take us. It's just other few key details. And the other part is we have a community platform as well on the Vacua. So what that one does is that it brings people together. So people can, on the community app, they can interact. For instance, if you're an international student in Coventry and you're new to Coventry, you
talking about my school. I went to Coventry University.
So you can easily just set up an event on the Vacua app, and a lot of the international students that we have on the app would join the events because it's in Coventry, or you can set up a meetup. So that is what the community does, bringing international students together. If we are together, we can get stronger. So we can work things out, and things will be easier for us as well. You see people that will be able to give you more advice, right? Because it's a new country, you need advice and you need people. And the third one that I was going to mention is the marketplace. The marketplace, what we're trying to do with the marketplace is we want to give the avenue for international students to be able to sell used products or buy used products. We understand that, they have challenges with funds, with finances. You're coming into a new country. There are a lot of expenses, miscellaneous expenses that you don't even, budget for.
Yeah.
So we're trying to ease that on them, and we're trying to make sure that they settle in easily. So international students, probably the way you've gone to Coventry and you finished your master's or so you're trying to leave Coventry, so you have a lot of things to sell. You can easily sell to other international students, used books, things that you can easily sell. You can go onto the platform and sell, and the new students can buy those things, those used books and used, so they can buy them on the platform. And the other one is that you can incur services as well, so you can provide or incur the services. For instance, you used to be a hairdresser in Nigeria, for instance. You've come into the country, you've been trying to apply for jobs. 6 months, you still can't get a job. So what we're trying to do with Vacua is, so it's not about the number of hours you work, but the value that you give for those hours. So if you're plating hair, it might be maybe £100 per hour. So that helps you a lot, right? And you definitely find people that they need those services. So if you probably can clean houses, or even if you want to, whatever it is you're good at, just put it on the platform. You get people that would incur those services.
Apart from the fact that it's a beautiful idea, you're solving a problem. Because I can tell you that I remember when I did my masters as well, I had a lot of my colleagues who had the same more of the property issues, how to get a place, and a lot of them were getting expensive places simply because that was more how the school could help them. So it's good if the landlords can give, at least that will also give them a subsidized rate. It will be affordable for them. And one thing that I really love about what you said is that because you've solved a problem, but Vacua is also giving opportunity for fun, to meetups and to make it interesting for people. So well done to that. I just have one question. So when you talk about international students, are you talking about Africa or you're talking about globally?
Oh yeah. So we're talking about any international student that comes. So we don't really, so it's diverse. So any person that is not, a citizen in the UK. So you can obviously come into the UK. We have a lot of people from China, from India, so those cannot be neglected as well. So we have, so international students, Vacua is for all international students.
That's good. So you hear. So for anyone watching this video, it's across, it's globally. So let's say for a student that is coming now, I know there will be a platform for them to know about this. So would they have to start all that process before they arrive in the UK, or the process get kick started when they are applying during the process? Because there's a process of applying for the school before you get all your documents prepared. How is that going to work?
That's a really good question. So the way we plan it is the fact that students need to prepare, right? So they need to prepare when they are coming into the UK. So usually once they get their CAS, they know that.
So I was trying to remember the word CAS. Thank you.
So once they get their CAS, they know that, right, this is a done deal. I'm coming into the UK. That is at that point. Is when they now need to start taking the Vacua process, register, and what we're trying to do now is to work with a lot of universities and to work with a lot of agencies as well. So a lot of these universities use agencies across in different countries, especially countries that have high number of international students in the UK. So Nigeria, China, India, they use a lot of agencies.
So those are the big ones. Countries.
So what we're trying to do is when we work with them, once they get the cards, the agency obviously tells them that, well, this is the app that you should really use so that you can get yourself sorted easily in the UK. The university as well is also sending the link to the students that to ease the transition. You need to get this app so that this and this are the benefits of getting the app. So that is at that point that they need to
process
do.
For someone who is coming who doesn't speak English, would that be something that's going to be friendly for somebody from that kind of a country?
Yeah, that's a good question as well. So the way we've designed the Vacua app is very user friendly.
Okay.
With a lot of icons and symbols and all that. So what we try to do is, because they're coming into the UK, we believe they should have a level of understanding a little bit. So, but with the community, they can also still use the community to. They can create a community using their own language.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so Spanish, Chinese,
German,
Mandarin, and all that. So they can still do that. But we've tried to put icons and try to make sure that the app is very user friendly for diverse individuals.
So, would the services be around where they are based? Because if they're going to be rendering service to someone who is in Manchester and they are schooling in London, you have to factor in transportation cost and all those things. So would it be around where they are based, just for them to know that, okay, I'm an hairdresser, so we'll be around that. Is that how it will work?
Yeah, so with the marketplace, so someone that is looking to incur a service, for instance, I need someone that can clean a place.
Yeah.
Probably clean my house. So I go onto the Vacua app, go to the marketplace, right? I filter for my location because I want someone to be within the location. Okay. So, and then I filter for price, and then I can select from people that have put their services out there. So it would definitely be something they can filter for to make sure that it's within that area, because you don't want to be traveling and calling someone
and all that.
So it will be within that area.
Right.
And then the person that the hairdresser as well, like you mentioned, would also want to walk around that vicinity. So we have a lot of international students everywhere. So there's no way you need to travel all the way just to get people to incur services. It's just because at the moment it's just because a lot of attention has not been paid to international students, but now we are thinking about 500,000, 500,000 people, that really need all these things. So there's no way you come on the marketplace and not find someone or find.
I mean, if you think about it, international students brings a lot of money to the UK.
Definitely.
I'm sure this platform has also looked at the protection of the people on the services, because in as much as you're trying to do good, we still have people sometimes who might want to take advantage. So people that want to sell stuff. So let's say I'm done with school now and I want to sell my TV, my decks, my books and everything. How safe it is, and how safe it is for the person selling and how safe it is for the person buying, so you don't get being mugged off or something, because with students sometimes a lot of them have interesting characters, so selling and buying sometimes when it comes to money, so, and that's the first thing. Secondly, so will it be amongst students buying from each other and selling to each other, or can a student sell to someone who is not a student?
That's a good one too, because the way Vacua is designed is mainly for international students. So for protection wise, it's specifically for within international students. So part of our registration is to make sure that you have your student ID. Right? So you have your student ID, you have your email. So if you don't get authorization via your email, your student email, you can't come onto the app. You can't transact on the app. So we have access to emails and then the student ID. So in that way, students, even if they are not careful, we can still trace the students. It's like, so we know your school, we know this, so we can still, it's for security reasons. So so that makes sense. So the only thing is to make sure that all the transactions you do on the marketplace is on the app, so that the protection of Vacua is still remains as long as it's on the app. You can't go all the way somewhere else and try to call the person or try to make another transaction. But if everything is on the app, we can see the transaction. We can see the conversation and all that. So we can take it up from there. But we see. So we make sure that it's just between international students.
Okay, that's
and
good.
then we're working closely with the universities as well to make sure we can verify the students.
I know Vacua is helping financially It's also helping with the marketplace and is helping with making students' life easy. Is there in any way Vacua is also supporting in ensuring that students come out with good grades at the end of the day? Because this is a fantastic idea, this is a wonderful idea. So would there be a platform where you can get an advice? I know you talked about that on the call, beginning of this interview, but the key thing is for the students at the end of the day to be able to succeed in why they are studying, because they paid a lot of money. So is Vacua also going to be doing that as well?
Yeah, thank you very much. So that is a good one because like I said, I've been an international student for a long time, and I've noticed that these three key things really hinder your success. So it affects the way the concentration you give your academics. So for instance, if you are having financial issues, you've not been able to get, when I first moved into the UK, I couldn't get a job for a very long time. Eventually when I got the job, it was stressful because I was doing some cleaning jobs and all that, so it was stressful and it was taking me away from what I really came to do in the UK. So when you think about these things, you see like these challenges are actually affecting the way the way people really, international students, the way they really want to study. You know, a lot of us want to concentrate on our studies, but these challenges would, you know, impact the way the number of hours we put towards our studies. So first of all, taking away the challenges helps students to focus more on their studies. That's the first one. The second one is the fact that with regards to the marketplace, we also have services like advisory tour guides, and so in a way international students can also offer themselves to provide advice, to tutor, to do all those things to help other international students. So that is a very good one because you can either do it for free or you can charge. So depending if international students want someone that can help them with their studies, you know, just someone that has been through that same process. They want support, so they can either pay or, you know, they can find a free one. So that is the second way we're helping. The third one is that with the community, you know, you have a lot of people around you. For instance, if you are from China, you have a lot of Chinese friends around you. You speak the same language. You know, you understand information in different ways. You guys can come together, you know, create a group, a study group, right? Come together and talk about, you know, education, talk about what you've learned in the school, or, you know, so it doesn't have to be like just community for Chinese students in Coventry. No, it can be a community for Chinese students in the UK, right? Or a community for finance Chinese students, right? So imagine a community for finance Chinese students. They all come together, you know, after event, a couple of events, talk about masters in finance, for instance. That will help them better in their education. So those are the three ways, the key three ways I know that, you know, Vacua is helping, because I'm the kind of person that, you know, I believe education is key, right? So everything I've done so far, I believe I've done it towards helping students to thrive in academia. So if you look at Datopia, for instance, I have a mentoring program which helps almost like 250 students in Nigeria, you know, helping them to get mentoring, to get advice on academia. So so that is what Vacua is about, helping as well as, you know, motivating and enhancing their ability to focus more and, you know, get good grades.
So, you know, we have alumni, right? And for example, I'm an alumni of Coventry University. These students will eventually be an alumni. Can alumni still be on the platform, or is it just once you're done, that's it? That's the first. Secondly, a lot of them might want to go back to their country. Would they still be able to, for example, give assistance and advice to current students who are studying? For example, now, let's say for those that finish with a good grade, they understand what finance is all about, and they are no longer here. Can they still be on the platform to render such services?
So, yeah, that's a good one. So, with the registration process that Vacua that you have to go through. So once you register as a student, you have your student ID. So that does not expire, right? You've been a student, so you've passed the authorization for Vacua. So you're on the platform. We don't chase people out. Oh, move out. So we don't chase people out. So the only thing is that alumni cannot join the Vacua platform. So you need to have an existing university email and then university ID. But if you are in you went through university through the Vacua, using Vacua, you don't get kicked out. But it's just that you can't come in after you've finished.
Oh, I see.
Unless you still have access to your email.
Oh, I see. So the email address is linked to the school email address.
Yeah.
Not your personal, because of the safety concerns and everything.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
So the website is www.vacualimited.com. Instagram Vacua_UK. That's same for Facebook and Twitter. So check us out and definitely download the app. It's available on Google App and App Store. I think that's what.
Yeah, App Store. Yeah.
So make sure you download it and enjoy all the benefits of Vacua.
As you can hear, guys, wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening from, this is are you planning to come do either you're doing BSc, Masters, PhD, wherever you're from, Vacua is what you need. Because it's a different ballgame entirely when you're living a country you've lived in for years to another country, especially in the UK. And with all the measures and all the things that is going on around the world right now, having such a platform will make your life so easy. So like he said, he's giving all the handles. If you have any questions, please drop it on this comment box and we'll always get in touch with him. And if you have questions, you can go on Instagram page, Twitter page, Facebook and ask all your questions. I believe I've asked all the questions I can think of. Anyways, thank you very much, Dr. Yusuff. This was a big, and I wish Vacua all the best. At the end of the day, I will know that yes, I once sat down with the starter and the co-founder of Vacua. Subscribe. Don't you like what we are doing here? Share. Subscribe. It won't cost you anything. Just click, subscribe. That's all. Bye bye.